Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning once again. All right, so before we take to the road officially, let me just ask a few questions so that when we're having the program running, we are in good stead. Is Reverend Bernard in the room? Bernard McDonald? All right, good. Of course, we've got the chairman of the competition here. We have representatives of the board of management of the Magistrate Association, of course, our president, and our guest speaker is in the room. We've got the presentation of the prizes. The person in charge of that section is also here. Corinne Aldi. Wave your hand. All right, very well. Okay, and revival primary. What's the time we're going to have when the revival comes? All right. Okay, and of course we've got our awardees that are here, and some might be coming in shortly. All right. With that said, we're going to be moving forward then with the national anthem. And everyone will stand at that point. We don't have all the things that we would love to have in place. So you've got to work with me with the presentation of the national anthem. All of us are going to sing. Okay? Boys and girls, and you should have your hands free. Yes, and as a good scout and cadet, and even retired from the JD for the police division. His heels in toes out, I'm told. All right, let's go. National anthem, please. Most righteous and eternal God, we thank you for bringing us together. All the things around us are sent from heaven above. We magnify you today because you are the King of Kings and you are the Lord of Lords. You are the one who provides and you are the same God who can destroy. We give you honor today because God, you have allowed us to awake this morning. We are in our right minds and we are here at this location for this activity. We pray for the organizers of this competition and the awards that are following. We thank you, God, for all those who have gathered from far and near this morning. And we pray, Lord, that your guiding hand will continue with us through the course of this session. Take control of us, Lord, that when we should have completed this, we will be safe in our journey back home, and we'll be mindful to give you the honor and the glory that belongs to you. Thank you now for hearing us, because it is you who have taught us when we pray to say, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. You may be seated. Shake somebody's hand beside and say, good to have you sitting beside me. And if the person on the right didn't shake your hand, turn to the next one on the left and say, hi, it's better to have you sitting beside me. It is indeed my pleasure to be sharing with you in this very important activity put on by the Lay Magistrate Association of Jamaica. It is the National Essay Competition and 40th Anniversary Special Awards Ceremony. I would like to let you know that I really love the addition, because even though the competition is important with our children, the fact that we're having twins with these special awards make it a very far more important activity today, because we have some of the individuals who have been working hard in the committees with us today. Please put your hands together for everybody that is here today. Give them a big round of applause. We come today to celebrate the power of words, the creativity of thought, and the inspiring voices of our participants. This competition brings exceptional ideas and insightful perspectives. And of course, for those who are going to be awarded today, we would say impressive writing from these students. And we truly embrace them today, as they have sat down and written under examination conditions and have produced very, very important essays that have been deemed to be awarded today. And so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome to this activity. And we hope and trust that, of course, we will have a very, very good day. We are streaming at this moment. For those who don't know, send the information to your folks back home. The stream link is in the WhatsApp group of the LMAJ persons, but I will just tell others of you who have your smartphones on the ready, right? Because nowadays they're all smartphones, right? Just go back to YouTube and type in Lay Magistrate Association of Jamaica National Essay Competition Awards Ceremony, and it will get you to that location. So type in Lay Magistrates Association of Jamaica National Essay Competition Awards, and it will take you to where we are. Share it with them. Let them see you when you're smiling, that they can see that, look here, mommy have front up, what do you call it, front appearance, right? And when my uncle and my father, whoever it is that is in the room, and say, yes, there goes my dad, and celebrate with that person. Let me take time out to, in a holistic way, welcome all those of us who serve on the national body. And we have our treasurer today representing our national president, Sister Nandel Beach. Let's put our hands together for her. Of course, we have our Secretary Andrea with us to the right. Please put your hands together for her. We have also today the persons who are in charge of the competition. Let's put our hands together and welcome Mrs. Cloverly Smith Morris. And of course, Unit Brackett, Vice Chairman of the essay competition, sitting up front. Please put your hands together for him. And don't worry, I'm coming back to the main gentleman sitting beside you. I'm going the rounds. We have also Brother Rose. So Rose. Morris rather. Morris. Sir Morris sitting up front. Put your hands together for him. We also have out of Manchester. Their color quite outstanding. Miss Manchester. Please put your hands together for Manchester. All right. Making sure that I'm getting there. All right. Microphones seem to have a little bit of time to go silent. But this activity is sponsored by some wonderful people, and Island Car Rental is represented by Nicole Brackett Walters. Listen to the name, Nicole Brackett Walters, Chief of Marketing. Let's put your hands together for her. And her marketing assistant, Jonelle Gordon James, is also here. Thank you for being here. And you recognize the name that I called first as associated with her father sitting to her left. Alright? Bless you. Welcome, Cousins Construction Services Limited. Where are you? Wave your hand. Cousins Construction Services Limited, Guardian Group, Taylor's Art Media Awards, and also the LMAJ chapters who have all contributed to make this activity possible. Ladies and gentlemen, in our midst today, we do have a very important gentleman who is the principal of an institution in St. Elizabeth, but we are not introducing him as that today. We're introducing him as the one who was high and lifted up in the teaching profession. He represents the teachers and who have been talking up the things in Jamaica. Let's put our hands together for the president of the JDA, Dr. Mark Smith, who's sitting up front. You'll hear from him a little bit later on. But at this time, we're going to be moving on to welcome the lady who has been having all the work to do regarding this competition. She has been working hard. Mrs. Cloverly Smith Morris, JP, chairman of the essay competition. Let's invite her now to the overview of the essay competition. Come on, I'll big round of applause as she's assisted. Welcome. I saw Mr. Rose walking in earlier on. Where is he? All right, there he is. All right. Lyndon Rose, all right. Sitting to the back there. Please put your hands together and make him welcome. Another big round of applause for him as he comes. And here comes our chairman of the competition. And she gets normally when you see somebody being assisted and their booklet is placed on the podium before them, they are in royal company. Come on, let's hear for Cloverly one more time.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. When you are first to the podium, there are a lot of adjustments will take place. And as chair of the essay competition, you will see on your program that I'm going to give an overview. This year, the Magistrate Association of Jamaica celebrates 40 years of sterling service to the justice system and involvement in community development, both locally and nationally. This association has touched in positive ways the lives of our citizens from all walks of life through its outreach programs and other services which our members render on a daily basis. The National Essay Competition is one of the many outreach projects of the association. It provides grade 6 students of primary and preparatory schools throughout the island the opportunity to bring their research and writing skills to the fore. Participants in this competition are, by and large, students who have completed PEP examination. And I see some people go in the head saying, yes, they've done the best, and are eager to showcase their skills as they anxiously await transitioning to high school. So, you see when they get the prize today, it's going to come in handy for their transition to high school. The National Board of Management of the Association, through its essay competition committee, ensured that this competition is strategically placed on its calendar of activities each year, and that stakeholders are informed on a timely basis. The competition committee was tasked with, and I want you to listen very carefully, the essay competition committee, which I chair, was tasked with choosing a topic that is age appropriate, thought-provoking, current, and lends itself to research. After much consultation and deliberation, an exciting topic was agreed on. The topic: what are your views on how students should be attired for school? And you know that's very topical. Yes. Right. The essays clearly demonstrated that students have strong views on how they should be adorned for school. The essay committee was also tasked with the responsibility of motivating and mobilizing parish presidents to work with the schools in their area to participate in the competition. And testament here today that the parish president did their work because they are here. Application forms highlighting the topic, marking system, and all terms and conditions of the competition were circulated to principals of the relevant schools. It must be stated that the topic of the essay was given in advance of the expected time of writing of the essay. This was to facilitate research, as all students were required to write the essay under examination conditions. Parish chapter president of all 14 parishes were tasked with ensuring that the requisite schools in their parish received the documents. They were required to encourage and motivate schools to participate and comply with the rules. As part of the strategic management and administration of the process. The parish presidents were also asked to ensure that documents were returned in keeping with the guidelines of the competition. The competition was administered in two parts. Part A, parish level, Part B, national. At the parish level, the essays were marked and the top 5 from level 1, that's the parish essays, were sent to the national body, where they were marked by a team of seasoned professional markers. 252 students participated in the competition at the parish level. Yes, 252 students. Four essays were received at the national level. In keeping with our celebration of our 40th anniversary, the decision was taken to award 40 top essays. Let me pause to say that the team of competent and experienced educators reported that generally the essays were of a high quality. Today, the top 40 participants are being recognized and awarded. Of note, the scores were very close. In some cases, they were separated by just a point. The essays showed evidence of research, students' opinion, well thought out, and generally impressive writing skills. All participants at the parish and national level must be congratulated for their effort. Parishes have and are organizing functions to recognize and award those students whose essay did not reach the guidelines. So nobody will go unrecognized because the parishes, they are organizing functions to recognize. Some functions have already gone and some are in the progress, as I said. We wish to recognize and express gratitude, sincere gratitude to the principals, staff, parents, students, and our esteemed sponsors and contributors for the essential role they play in making this competition such a success. If I made a success by your being here, and by the number of essays that we got, then clap the schools, clap the sponsors. We look forward to seeing the winning essay along with the photograph of the writer given pride of place, Dr. Rose, pride of place in the annual Golden State Awards magazine. That's a commitment from the podium. The members of the 2025 Essay Competition Committee wish to place on record our sincere gratitude to our national president, Mr. Trevor Cave, and other members of the Board of Management for their special support to this project, which continues to positively impact the educational development of our young students. We wish them God's blessing and continued success as they transition to high school. What a way to be sending them out to high school. It is noteworthy that the essay competition was instituted. Notice the word I used, instituted, over 35 years ago, and has retained its relevance, competitiveness, and appeal. For this, we wish also to place on record our gratitude to the leadership of the Magistrates Association over these years, and to our stakeholders, everyone who's sitting here, and some that didn't make it, stakeholders, for their continued support of this valuable project. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Come on, let's hear it for Sister Clovelin. Some hands haven't started clapping yet. Maybe here is for the chairman. Big round of applause. Thank you so much for such a detailed report in terms of the overview of the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in for a great day. May I at this time also acknowledge some other persons who are in our midst. We have trustee and chairman of the 40th anniversary committee, as I had indicated before. He's up front now, Dr. Linda Rose. Let's put your hands together for him one more time. Let's also welcome the president of the parish of Clarendon, Winston Gregory, and the team of justices, JPs from the LMAJ. Those of us who are from Clarendon, wave your hands, wave your hands. All right, thank you so much. And of course, we've got so many schools that are here, students and teachers represented. We are more than happy to have you in our midst today. And as I go along, I will continue to recognize more of you as we go through the program. At this time, we're going to be having greetings now coming to us from the lady who is walking in a man's shoes today. Right. She is our treasurer of the LMAJ National, but today she has been given a man's shoes to wear. Let's welcome Moina Nagel Beach to pass the president's message. Come on, a big round of applause for her, ladies and gentlemen.
Just to let you know, I have on slippers today. But let me thank you all for being here today and to bring greetings from our national president, Mr. Lyden Trevor Pepper. I know he would have loved to be here, but in his absence, I cannot read as fluent as he does, but I'll try. To our esteemed guests, participants, and members of our Lay Magistrates Association of Jamaica, especially our parish presidents and justices of the peace present with us today, all our participants, their parents, teachers, and coaches, to our valued sponsors. It is a great honor to share with you today this our annual essay competition awards presentation. This event celebrates not only the remarkable talent of our young writers, but also their commitment to exploring the vital themes of justices within communities and integrity. Our theme this year to the participants was, what are your views on how students should attire for school? The essay received this year reflects a deep understanding of the role that justices play and that of our students in the society. Each participant has taken on the time to reflect on their thoughts and ideas, demonstrating a maturity and insight that is truly commendable. Your voices as the future leaders of our beloved Jamaica are essential in shaping a more just and equitable society. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of you, or 6th graders. The courage to express your ideas and challenge perspectives is a quality that will serve you well in your future endeavors. Your thoughts resonate with the realities of our communities and highlight the importance of justice and fairness and how you look at how students are to be attired going to school. To our award recipients, your hard work and creativity have truly shone through. You have set a standard for excellence, and we are proud to recognize your achievements today. As you accept your awards, remember that this is just the beginning of your journey. Continue to encourage with the world around you, advocate for justice, and inspire others with your words. In closing, I encourage everyone to keep writing, keep questioning, and keep striving for a better Jamaica. Thank you for your participation, and congratulations once again to all winners.
Come on, let's hear it one more time. Another big round of applause. Thank you so much for bringing greetings. And of course, you walked and spoke in your own way. Thank you so much for representing our president, Mr. Heaven, who is not here with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, this activity, unless we treat the leader right, then we might not get the kind of support that we need to get the word out about this competition. So I want you to put your hands together one more time and pick up the media persons who are in the room and those who will receive the information later on for publication. I want to say thanks for doing just that for the LMAJ, getting the word out for us. We are now going to be sitting back for a few moments, and there's going to be an item from Freehill Primary School. Let's welcome the representative from Freehill Primary School. Do better than that for our sister.
The job interview by Ryan Grandisu. Me want a black pants we go sit down party. Plus, me I go want a black jacket after the same piece of cloth. One for you shabros on the inside, I go carry on the smile. Yes, goody, I use ready for the road. With all of that, I don't need the skin color fit tone up some more. Me have to go call the girls them downtown and make them know send me a come for some formula. Because me not think the airplane people them I go accept that shit, yeah. Me have to go get something strong. Cause time ago I need the skin color for land. Me I need a new way too. Cause the baby hear them pan the old one and get too dry and stiff. Me have to go make the one Sunday carry one pair of eyelash for me. The all-in-one them. That's when me blink, it look like me eye them a clap. Me have to go get a red lipstick for me lip and my jawline. Me I go need a black eyebrow pencil to outline me lip and brighten my eye them. Me have to go buy one black pink marker and put one beauty mole right at the side of the eye, and that shall do the trick. Goody, you see when me step in on that the plane there, and go to the interview, everybody I will prepare me. Goody, you can't imagine when them say, me the introduction say, lock them out, lock me out, and tell them who me be. Me is Betty Alexander, the most prettiest and the most cutest girl we live uptown. And my friend Freddie said me come to Uno for the flight attendant job. Girl, here ya, you see when them say me fi do a demo on the plane, and that time me I go bus passengers on this 007 flight, greetings to all of Uno. Me know say hungry a broke no for Uno neck. Because we left the yard early this morning. But hunger shall not kill you. You shall be served some tough crackers with a bottle of water. Safety comes first. So fasten your seatbelts, put on your luggage where them supposed to go, and do enjoy your flight. If at any time the pilot decides to kill we off, and one was there with the plane, we just have to open the emergency door and boom flip through the door. So make sure you can fly and do enjoy your flight. You see when we give them all that, me just have a ear, yes good girl, right through, and perhaps me get the jam. So guess what? Foreign, here I come!
Thank you. Foreign Marine. I tell you, I'm a whole lot of culture clash here, you know. I hear the style and fashion coming out. And all the people who, they do something in my clash. Right? Right, but I tell you, anywhere you go, you can know where Jamaicans are. They make themselves known. Right? So all the while she was trying to be nice and turn English woman, but the pot will have to come out. Come on, put your hands together for him. 3 in 1 more time. Big one, big one, big one. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the next item will not have any such activity taking place in it. This individual who is coming to us will be doing the introduction of our guest speaker. And she is our secretary, the National Secretary of the LMAJ, Mrs. Andrea Brown Dennis. Please make her welcome.
Mr. Master of Ceremonies, our special guest, members of the board, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning. Good morning. Introducing our guest speaker, Dr. Magistrate is a prominent educator and leader in Jamaica, serving as president of the Jamaica Teachers Association. He has over 22 years of experience in delivery, development, and administration of education in Jamaica. Dr. Smith serves on various boards and has received several awards, including the Prime Minister's Medal of Appreciation for Service in Education and the LASPA Outstanding Principal Award. He is known for his passion for education and his commitment to improving the teaching profession and the education system in Jamaica. His leadership role in the JTA reflects his dedication to educational leadership and transformational change in the country's education system. His story of overcoming a tough upbringing is built on resilience and a drive to succeed in order to do good, not just for himself and his family, but for the wider community. From living on his own as a teenager to earning a PhD, to being entrusted to lead the 25,000 strong Jamaica Teachers Association as president, the Monroe College principal's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. Dr. Smith is married with 2 wonderful children. He devotes much of his time in mentoring and supporting youth-based initiatives. In addition, he also enjoys painting, drawing, photography, reading, and is an avid graphic designer. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please help me welcome Dr.
Good morning, everyone. God is good. All the time. And all the time. It is a distinct pleasure and honor to be here with you this morning, and just permit me please to recognize, of course, our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Leon Nash, no stranger to me at all, Mrs. Nangle Beach, representing Mr. Trevor Heaven, all the other lay magistrates are present, and of course, justices of the peace, principals, teachers, and of course, the individuals that brought us all here, our amazing children. Good morning. Give them a big round of applause. So children, I'm passionate about education, as I am sure you all are, because you took the time to be here this morning, and so that's something seriously amazing. I noted the wonderful presentation or item by the one that was up here a while ago. What school is that? Free Hill, right? Free Hill. Give her a big round of applause. I like that. And interestingly, she said something that is codified in the Jamaican lexicon. And that is when we say foreign, which country are we talking about? Come on man, when we say foreign, what are we talking about? One country in foreign? USA, man. When we say foreign, I'm going to foreign. You're going to USA. Every other country in the world has a name. If you're going to England, you're going to England. You're not going to foreign, you're going to England. If you're going to Dubai, you're going to Dubai. But when you say, I am visiting my family in foreign, where are you going? All right, very good. As Jamaicans, we are remarkable people. You know, I was in Florida recently, speaking of diaspora. It was so amazing just being in our midst, anywhere you travel in the world. And I've had a remarkable opportunity to travel to several countries. And when I get off the plane, I meet some individuals, and they'll say to me, and I said, where are you from? And I said, I'm from Jamaica. They said, yeah, man. Yeah, I was kind of funny. Or they'll say, Bob Marley. Yeah? We go to Asian countries because I'm tall, and they'll turn to me sometimes and say, are you Usain Bolt? If you want me to. You know, the truth is we're amazing people. I would like to use an example to say that we'll have a British man, and he'll walk into the bushes, and something sticks in him. And the British man will say, oh my goodness, a prickle pierced my skin. What would a Jamaican say? Why, Maka joke me? The way in which we're so expressive with our language. And we are, after all, an oral culture, so we talk a lot, yeah? If you said that the only thing Jamaicans hate more than reading is what? Writing. And that we have to change. And that's why I applaud this effort. It's a serious thing. Anybody that works in leadership, you know, people come and stop you and post and quarrel about what somebody else did. I said, who's been writing to me? You never get it. You never get the complaint. But people will come there or tell you about the problems they're having. We say document it, yeah? And so one of the things I believe in a lot, and one of the background that is counseling psychology, and I tell people, writing is powerful. Yeah? And so journaling is something I try to get my boys and one to do. And I also encourage your teachers and principals, get them to write about their thoughts, because we have a serious challenge in this country with individuals not being able to reflect before they act. Yeah? And so it's powerful to have you to engage in introspection. And so this ability to pause and to sometimes spend time looking at your day, find out how can I be stronger. It's really powerful. Permit me also to recognize the extraordinary work done by our lay magistrates across this island. Put your hands together for them. And the association that has for 40 years been contributing to the justice system by promoting equity and social justice across this beautiful island called Jamaica. And I know Mr. Trevor Heaven personally, a very good friend of mine. His son was at Wonderful College. And so, again, another remarkable individual that all of you who are part of this whole JPs, I know you have worked very hard, and I have often tried to dodge the job. My customers always ask me, why do you have this? I still do it to the customers, I still do it, but I see the amount of work you have to do. And it's a lot, and people don't understand the magistrates and taking off your time, and sometimes people think there's money involved in it. Because we're in a dispensation where every activity must be transactional. So I want to do something if I can see what I can make personally from it. And so we have to move away from that if we want a better Jamaica. Better Jamaica requires us giving up ourselves. And that's what a lot of us do as educators, giving up ourselves. That's what we do as magistrates and as justices of the peace, to give up yourself. And I want to thank you. Of course, one of your flagship programs is, of course, the National Essay Competition. And I think that the team that's at Madam, I really appreciate the work with your team. I will put you on today before that. The organizing committee, truly fantastic. When God wanted to stop the people from building the Tower of Babel, what did he do? He had them speak in different tongues, in different languages. That's the power of language, the power of communicating. And so while I love the prelude, and I'm an advocate for using it strategically to support the teaching of English in areas where it can, we need to understand that the language of commerce in the world is the English language. Historically, because of the conquest of the British Empire over those many years, they've influenced the world in such a way. And I remember there was a function that was kept somewhere overseas. I was present, they had an individual here from Dubai, and he was speaking, and he said, why is it that they insist all their children must do English? This is an Arab country. And you know what? They indicated that English, it was a BBC interview that asked, I think it was the Minister of Commerce or something, and he leaned over and said, because it is the language of commerce. And so anywhere you go, you can communicate, so we can make some money. We can let our children understand that also. My mother was a teacher. I was blessed to have a mother teacher. I grew up in Spanish, and my mother gave me the greatest gift, and that was a love and passion for reading. And you see, once you can read, you can do almost anything else. It opens up a plethora of opportunities for you. And so when your teachers say to read, it's not just being difficult. And I'm going to be honest, when my mother used to rush me all the time about reading, every time it's going to take up a book. If you're old enough, you remember that. Take up a book. Every time you're singing, I can't blink 2 times, but take up a book. But you know what? She gave me a competitive edge. Everywhere I could read, and as a result of that, I could understand things very well. And I remember one time I was talking to a lovely young lady across the fence, and when I'm talking, my mother showed up, subject-verb agreement. That's how serious my mother was, and I think I'm grateful to get talk that nice from me. But the truth is, guys, education, Nelson Mandela reminds us, is the most powerful weapon that we can use to change the world. There is no version of a successful, economically viable, or socially sustainable Jamaica that does not have education as a catalyst for that transformation. The truth is, guys, we can talk all we want. As long as we don't get more Jamaicans engaged in the process and understand the value of education. That it is not just, and I must also say this, it's a dangerous version of the value of education, that our conceptual understanding of education that is being peddled now. That education is only as important as it can get you a job and make you earn a lot of money. That's dangerous. Education just by itself is a social good. And if you could get everybody to be highly educated, even if you're not earning loads of money, it would change the very structure of our society. And so we must understand the inherent value of education. We must preach it. And I remember once I had this parent meeting at one row, and while we were there, I think it was focused more on medical students. And I was going around the room and asking, why do you want to be a doctor? Why do you want to be a doctor? Why do you want to? And not one person at that meeting said to me they want to be a doctor to help people who are sick. Everybody was talking about the amount of money they could earn. And it's not even tomorrow. You go to other schools and I ask a similar question, and I get the same response. I'm going to be careful because Robert Putnam, in his book Bowling Alone, spoke about this important concept of every successful society, and that is the power of social capital. That is where we can come together around things that are important to us as a society and give up our time and our energy, just like what our JPs do, just like what our teachers do, volunteerism. We look at JCDC. Many of these things could not exist without teachers giving up their time. You know, we recently launched the JT Sagicor Athletics Primary School Competition. And when we looked at it, we could find out that 89% of our national athletes came out of that program. That program has been running for over 40 years, guess what? 60 years now. And guess what? At no point in time we pay teachers. This is called voluntary work. That is where strong societies have their glue. People willing to give up. We're in a dispensation where everybody wants to how much money are they doing? I'm not getting paid by the not wait. Not understanding that what we do for these little ones will have a ripple effect over time. And we need factors. I was in a meeting yesterday and we were talking. And they said, you know, I'm paying into a pension fund. And I said, yes, you're paying for some money. I don't know what it is in a fund per se. Because how we run it is with a consolidated fund. And what happens over time is that you end up in a situation where it is the present employees today that pay the people's pension now. You don't understand that, yeah? Very few countries actually have a fund that they invest over time. Sometimes it's linked to their sovereign wealth fund and allows them to do it. So it's important that we all chip in and play a part to mentor, support, and protect our children. We're in an era where we're seeing some heart-rending stories about small children being hurt, you know, having to lose their lives, sometimes being molested, all manner of terrible things. We have to do everything as a society to protect them because they are the future of this great country. And so, it is good when we get them to be stimulated intellectually, and that is what I laud and support this initiative about. Yes, while I believe in athletics and I believe in playing games and everything like that, and we learn a lot from sports, it's also important for us to stimulate their intellectual curiosity, their ability to stretch their minds and their ability. And so, your essay competition this year is an awesome one. Please put your hands together once again for the late Magistrate for having this vision and for being for so many years. The theme I'm advising here is what are your views on how students should attire for school? Very topical, as the chair indicated, but I want to tell you, I swear that we just love having this conversation every year. You know, it's every September, just around September. All of a sudden we get very excited about it. But you don't know what thing we get very excited about. Performance of our children. Just around August, there about when the results come out, everybody goes, oh my God, we're so shocked at the outcomes of the CXC exams. I said, why would we be shocked? Training data will tell you that this is a problem we have. Why? We keep progressing too many children from the primary school who can't read into high schools. Now, a high school teacher is on the presumption that a child that comes to me is able to read and write at the required level. And so the curriculum that teachers give is designed to take the child from there to the next point. I've often said to the niece, and I want to especially thank her because she has been listening. And I see where she's been actually she talks about ensuring there's a greater focus on literacy and numeracy. I said we spend quite a bit on education, not enough. But the truth is, if you're not spending it in a strategic way, you will spend that in your pockets are empty and still not have your funds. Literacy and numeracy are the building blocks of modern intelligence. And no matter what other programs, no matter how flashy and shiny they look, if you don't have literate and numerate individuals, you're going to have a problem operationalizing the maximum outcomes from our education system. And so I often engage in this discussion about what we need to do at that level. It means stripping aside some of these things that we do. One school that I visit, I visit schools right across this country, every single parish. I remember finding a teacher who said, sir, I'm begging you, when you talk to them, tell them. I said, of course, we can teach Spanish. And if people can't even read, that don't make any sense. We need to strip aside a lot of the fluff and get to the core. And there are some schools where we have children, because one of the things we have to understand also is that there are no failing schools. Schools cannot fail, schools are buildings. With some programs in it. And it does little when we label schools and children and teachers as all it is demotivate people. and reduce their likelihood of achieving what you want. I always believe in having high expectations of people. That's why every boy that comes to Monroe College, I tell you, you don't come to a school, I'm sorry. You come to a factory for dreams. That's what I run, a factory for dreams. And I give you all the skill sets with my teachers to make you anything in this life that you want to achieve. And that's the kind of another thing I tell them. I said, I call my students boys. And they said, Miss Peter, that's what boys did. I said, you're all gentlemen. And then he set high expectations for them. We have to do that. We set high expectations for individuals. But then we have to also work to support them. And I want to especially thank all our educators in the room and those that are joining us virtually for the work that they continue to do. It is refreshing when you go and you see with very little, you know. Oftentimes teachers are blamed for the level of illiteracy that exists, which is around 11% in the society. Nobody ever celebrates the 89% that we have achieved since independence. And we must understand, you know, as a thought leader, I'm always talking about you focus on your strength and then you build up. What we tend to do is to focus only on the negative. I tell you, you always focus on the problems, all you never see are problems. You focus on solutions, you will see solutions. You will see positive things coming up. As I want to thank teachers that I know a lot of work has been done around the time helping them to edit, helping them to conceptualize. We appreciate, we love your work that you have done. And I of course want to thank the students that gave up their time and their energy. I feel so proud, my heart is bursting with enthusiasm and thanks for your interest in participating. There are many other children that would prefer to run on the ball field, or sit and play with their phones or tablets. But you took the time. That's an investment in yourself, an investment in what the possibilities in your life. And so I want to thank you for that. And I know you have great and extraordinary dreams. And this is a great start. I have two children, a girl and a boy, and both of them, one is spelling champion for the school, and one came third. And I encourage them. I spend on parents. Someone is thinking, I spend some money. I spend money to get them, whatever to the years and pass and a coach to help them with these things because it's investment in their mind. The earlier we get them, this is between the ages of birth, between birth and around the age 7, 8. The brain is like a sponge, it sucks up things. Both my children play chess and they play competitively with the national events. And both of them, I taught them to play when they were on 3 to 4 years old. They can hardly, if I show you pictures of them teaching, and now I heard they can play. And the two, we have to get them into these programs. And that's why we need greater public-private partnerships. Because in communities where you don't have a father who's a chess coach, or you don't have a school that provides those type of things, we then have to come together as a country, as communities, to provide them with this type of support. So those more vulnerable communities, we have to ensure that we get people in that can help them to see another way. One advantages I've had as president, as principal rather, is the idea that I believe the more structured activities I get my boys involved in, the less mischief they get themselves into. You understand that? So I try not to do a lot of that punitive punishment, but focus more on interventions and keeping away. So if you come to Monroe, we renovate the entire middle section of the school. Futsal court, volleyball court, this court, that court, being a basketball. So we encourage structured play. They play a lot. Because guess what? A lot of people will tell you that there's an over, and research supports this, there's an over-diagnosis of children, particularly boys, with ADHD. And guess what? I love them about ADHD. They are being children. Children are supposed to move about, but we want them to sit down at the tablet and to stand and stay. As the children are not small adults, children are children. And children need to play. Play is important. Yeah? It's a part of stimulating growth and development of children. And so we have to rethink some of these things, these concepts. You realize, especially a concept I have, and that's why I'm so deeply passionate about it, that if we fix what is wrong with the males in our society, we almost fix Jamaica. You realize that? But oftentimes we don't give the support to them. And the truth is, our education system favors, to a great extent, that research will show how girls often learn. Yes. Typically, because testosterone requires more movement, anthropologists will tell you that because we came out of a hunter-gatherer culture, it meant males have to run and chase food. Testosterone is very important in a situation like that. But in a modern world, you're not running up and down and chasing food. That's why I struggle sometimes to get into my suits. When you eat, as soon as you eat, they dry, you step over and you go slow and everybody else stop by. The truth is, the dynamics have changed. And so with our boys, for the first 5 years of a boy's life, he learns by walking and down, throwing the stone, climbing the tree, throwing the stone in the canal, chasing the dog, pulling the dog's tail. And when he gets to school, he says, sit down and don't for 5 hours. That's counterintuitive to what he has learned about life for the first 5 years of his life. And so we really need to rethink and reimagine how we make classrooms more engaging for our students. And so, saying all of that, it's important for us to understand and appreciate that we live in the most overstimulating period in the history of humanity. And it's going to require a rethinking. And I trust that you're going to, I like the idea that you have this, from what I understand, but I can correct me that it's under exam type conditions as well. Very good. Because there's something called AI, artificial intelligence. Don't be like the United States education means I call it A1. I wonder what A1 sauce, what is for that. AI, artificial intelligence, it's going to change how we understand the concept of society, how we do teaching and learning, how we facilitate teaching and learning, how economics exists. There's a report that says IBM will be shutting down 2,000 of its back office jobs. You don't need anymore, huh? You don't need 2,000 accountants doing anything anymore. You can have AI going ahead and doing most of the work. You will hire probably 100 people to just verify the work of the AI. We talk about how BPOs, computers can do that a lot more efficiently. And so we have to be careful of what it is. So things like creativity, very important. Divergent thinking, very important. Problem solving, very important also to teach children. And in this space, it's so important that we understand, especially as educators, that you can almost safely assume that most of the work that you will get from a child after 3 o'clock or 2:30 in the evening is done by AI. I was shocked when I find my 7-year-old, they don't use it. My 12, I went and check it, but they are asking questions and they put the right out. So when I used to go home, I had to go read the book to know what is in it to write something. They just want to ask it, and I was surprised just how smart they were in terms of writing the question, the prompts, and getting the right response, and tweaking it. I said, well, nobody talking, because they're digital natives. And many of the ones that are looking here, they don't. And if we don't get ourselves trained and understand what is coming, we're going to be the ones totally clueless as to this transformation that is coming. Yeah. So, having things under exam conditions is important. You can have them go and research about things, have the AI help them, but when they come to class, tell their phone, I want to know what you know. What's in your head? Now, when you go to the exam, you're not going to have the pleasure of using the AI. That's why schools need to start to develop artificial intelligence policies to guide instruction, to guide teaching and learning in the classroom, and to ensure that we have and I should also make this plug that thanks to e-learning Jamaica, the Jamaica Teacher Association, something I'm very passionate about is how we use technology to ensure we learn and learn more meaningful. We partnered with e-learning Jamaica this Labor Day, and the project was unlike any other project we have done. We opened 4 coding labs across Jamaica. Fully electronic with all the technology, because we have to start thinking about children. The building blocks for the world and the future demands. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I have been reliably informed that he who speaks long is never invited to speak again. And since I would love another invitation to engage with you, I want to thank you for all the work you've done. Special recognition to Ms. Clovelyn Smith-Morris and the other members of the SA Competiton, and Mr. Brackett, and all the other individuals that played a tremendous part in making this competition a reality. Special thanks to all the teachers and principals, and kudos to our amazing students and participants this year. I will leave you with the words of John F. Kennedy. Remember this, and I want to resonate with you. Our progress as a nation can be no greater than our progress in education. God bless you all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Dr. Smith. AI. And he has another engagement, and it's good that we are at this juncture because he won't escape the item that is coming up next before he leaves. Ladies and gentlemen, before Dr. Smith goes, we're going to be inviting at the stand a lady who walked in earlier. She is the chapter president, Manchester parish president of the LMAJ, Dr. Wendy Prelude. Let's put our hands together for her, welcoming her to the podium at the stand and to make a presentation to Mr. Smith.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. As Dr. Smith comes to the podium, I want to, I'm very happy to see you. It's my good friend, and it's a bit of a paradox. I can't probably it's something from her. But the one that I'm not to see it this morning, for the words of wisdom, of course, when I entered, it was speaking about children to be children. I learned that during COVID-19, I was saying to my colleagues next to me that my son had no interaction with any other children, was a boy, and he did everything that boys did. And yes, AI is with us to stay, and I'm happy that you're encouraging institutions to infuse in education, because the truth is, as far as AI is concerned, obviously, because we cannot escape it, we have to understand it. And encourage teachers, though you may get assignments that you know is driven by AI, and you may say that it is not their work. It is actually their work. Because if you didn't put in the questions, you get the answers. But what I encourage students to do is to make a presentation, explain what it is. Because when you use AI, it helps you to understand the subject and to clear up. So of course, Dr. Smith, I want to thank you so much for being here, and please accept this as a token of appreciation for your presentation today, and this statement in your office. I'm sure you will, and let you know that today you did an impact on the young minds, and I'm sure something will come to you. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for Dr. Wendy Prelude doing that presentation for us. Thank you very much, Dr. Prelude. And he hears her speaking about students and her interaction. Yes, she lectures at the NCU, right? And so she knows what's happening as well in the area. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're moving on to the presentation of our prizes. And of course, we've got someone who will be in charge of this section. We will be inviting Reverend Hewlett Brackett, JP Vice Chairman of the essay competition, to do that for us. Make him welcome with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Master of Ceremony, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is the morning. And the students are included in, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me tell you, the presentations are not going to be done individually. We do not have that kind of time. And we don't want to be here all day to deal with your minds, with your attention span. So just be careful enough of going around things. The 21 to 40, we are going to present those in two groups. Now, each student will collect what they are to get at one time. So if you're getting a check, or you're getting a plaque, you're getting a trophy, what do you call those again, Miss Andrea, you want to agree on? Medals, right? And I'm going to speak about medals. So, listen carefully now. These students are going to assemble and we're going to make a presentation to you. And can't pronounce people names so good sometimes. Tanisha McFarlane from Snowden Primary. Nisha, no, hello, all of you going to stand, just wait, this is my instruction. All the students are going, no, not so, just let the students assemble here. Tanisha, then we have Nisha Smith from Michael Primary in Manchester. Tahara Murdos, Rose Hill Primary, that is in Clarendon. J.D. Tron from Rollington Primary School in Kingston. Sidney Scott from Forest Primary School in Manchester. Sean B. Golden from Rollington Primary School in Kingston. Giovanni Nita from Solid Base Prep in St. Catherine. Georgiana Bassarat from Solid Base Prep in St. Catherine. Rowan Walker, Solid Base Prep St. Catherine. And Matthew Murdoch, Solid Base Prep in St. Catherine. All these students are going to receive a medal and some other prizes. I must tell you this now, listen carefully. These medals have been donated by go to the writing. Taylor's Art Media Awards. That company is in Lucy in the parish of Hanover. This is, and I want you to understand me. Mrs. Taylor cannot be here this morning, for reasons that I know. And so, for this section of the presentation, I'm going to invite her best friend, who is, I didn't tell her, but I'm going to call her our student. She's here in a different capacity that we deal. But I'm going to invite Mrs. Nicole Brackett Walter to represent her by putting on the students those, what do you call them? Medals. So the 10 names that I call, please come with medals. All in one time together, collect your medal and all the questions. Students, all 10 of you, all the things that you work on. Remember those medals are compliments of Taylor Star Media Award, all the way in Lucy, the parish of Hanover. Give them everything that they're getting. Give us 9 medals. Those of you who came with them and want to take their pictures, that's quite in order. You can take them afterwards too. Give them the certificate and all that they have to get up on time so they move on quickly. When they are finished, we take one big picture and move to the next set. But you should have the list that I have up there.
I'm sorry, Doctor, you're supposed to cross all that over here.
I suggest that they get their certificate later on. We have to know.
Right.
All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Please go up to your feet, children. All right, so we take the next set of 10. I want you to pay attention. As I call your name, just go to the table, collect, and then come over the side and stand. No. As I call your name, go and collect and come over here and stand. Ready now? First one, Big Bird Murray from New Green Primary School in Manchester. Come quickly. Followed by Jelana Russell, St. Catherine Primary. Dr. Rose, could you do the presentation? And these two are receiving, what do you call them? Medals from the same company. Dr. Rose? All right, so I want Zidane Arside and Ball from Mountainside Primary in St. Elizabeth. Next one, Shani Thompson. Old England Primary from Manchester. That fine then? Okay, just put one at better. They can get their certificate afterwards. Yeah, give them their medals here, they can get the certificate later on. Horace French, Old England Primary, Clarinet. Jordan Lewis, Mountainside Primary, Bluefield. Ken, I hope I get it right, Ken Stanley Myers, Sanders Penn Primary, Florida. Eric Jones, Trinity Primary, St. Mary's. Ada Abbott, Spalding Primary, Florida. And Tara Smith, Mountainside Primary, St. Elizabeth. Brother Nash, stay with me because I need your advice on this one. All 10. And later on, you can take picture with your teacher. All right, now we put down photographers. Put your hands together for that end. And so now we have presented the top now from 21 to 40 we have presented. You can go up this. Now going on now. we're going to do it individually now. These now, I'm doing individually now. In 20th position is Granny McIntyre from Bible Primary. President Baldwin, your time. Your part. Oh, no, do it over here. Just for everyone do I have the link then? What would you just say? So you have to turn the video just to the camera.
Come over.
Right, very good. So we should tell you these students who are now being awarded are getting, everybody is getting a certificate of participation, but these students who are getting plaques and a check. I want to make a point here. The check that we are giving you is not going to take get to the gratuity. Now, Papa, is for you. If you have an account with the bank already, lodge it in there to help you, and you want to increase on it until you get to high school to pay the CXC fee. Or if you don't have an account at the bank, use the check to open an account. Your name. In 19th position, Shamal Green from Wellington Primary School in Kingston. We're going to invite Michael Morris to do the presentation. Yeah, Green. Green from Wellington Town Primary School in Kingston. Is she here? Not here? Okay, we go to 18th position. Kadian Williams? Not here. Deborah Stewart, Fort Maria St. Mary. Not here? Are here? Williams here? Fort Maria here? Where's Kadian and Williams? Everybody school man, I represent up here. Williams, come Williams. From Kingston? Brother Morris, please do the presentation. Yeah. Over there. Brother Morris. This is where they are. Thank you very much. Very good. Congratulations, students. We are now position number 17. Tibar Stewart from Fort Maria Primary. Is this student here? Fort Maria Primary. If you will answer me so I know what I'm doing. Tibar Stewart. Fort Maria, yes. From Fort Maria, go on. Remember the money is for you to open an account at the bank and to be a nanny, not to put the case of credit. Let's hear. Now, we are down to the 16th position. 16th position, we have St. James. No, who? Sorry? From where? I am at number 16, yes. Anna Elizabeth, yes. From Sheffield Primary School in St. James. St. James. position, and that is Markelia Willis from Frankfield Primary in Manchester. Can you invite Justice Wallace? Donald Wallace to do the presentation. Donald Wallace to do the presentation.
Next one.
14, Alex Brown, Chantilly Primary and Advanced Westmoreland. We need somebody else to do Westmoreland. Madam Treasurer, could you present on behalf of? Or you want to present? Okay. Justice, go down to the Justice. You good? Okay. All right. Ready for next one? Akina Green from Geneva Primary in St. Elizabeth. Who do we have from St. Elizabeth tonight? You want to use the fire street minute? Anyone from St. Elizabeth apart from? Okay. All right, I'm going to call Mr. Fitzroy on board. Mr. Fitzroy, please come this way. We're going to ask you to make a presentation. In 12th position, Javine Williams from Rollington Town Primary School in Houston. Javine? Yes. Not here. Okay, not here. Not here. So we are in 11th position. Most here we are. 11th position. Ibani Douglas from Correlande Avenue Primary. Come to the stand over here. Okay. Thank you. Could you please start me? All right. Thank you. With Vice President from St. James and the Vice President from St. James to come and make two presentations now. VP, St. James. We have Derek D. Moxon from Geneva Primary, St. Elizabeth. No, who will give you the name? That one. Javine Williams. No. Ebony Douglas from Cornell Avenue. Did that already? That's gone. Oh, so we are Kerry D. Moxon. Kerry D. Moxon. Geneva Primary. Thank you. Are you going to do one more? We have now in ninth position, Raya Griffith, Greater Destiny. Yes. Grand Griffith. What? Greater Destiny Griffith. Okay, St. James. Madam President, I would like Madam President to make the following presentation. Madam Chairperson, I'm inviting you to do this presentation. We do the revival primer, right? All right? Oh, yes. So, Taylor Wilson, revival primer. President for Florida Chapel. Give up. Okay. And then this is Gregory. This is Gregory. This is Gregory now will present to us for sixth position. Julie right, Chantilly Primary School in West Portland. Okay. Not here. Not here. Okay. Here we are. I want you to make a presentation. So then, we have Alicia Kidd from Free Hill Primary School in St. Mary. Is that the reciter? Oh, that's the reciter. Oh, my dear. Okay. Now, we're coming down to the big prizes now. First, second, and third position. Normally, that is what we would give that part. For fourth position, we need a representative. Who was that? We need someone else to run that coming. Seven. Fourth position. Oshin Scott from Frankville Primary, Florida. These are the big ones. These are the big ones. Okay, at this point, I wasn't working from the program, I was only working from the list. So we are going to take now the item from Fernandez Avenue Private School. Put your hands together for Fernandez. Are they coming? Okay. Please go. Let's hear from Fernandez. Come on, get that.
can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, and I gotta keep trying, gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle, sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments I'm gonna remember most. Just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other because I'm such a perfectionist, I cried because I felt like I could have done better. And even right now, with this song, I know I could have done better, but I just want to say to all those people out there who are just like me, and those people who feel like they're letting down others because they haven't done their best or haven't reached their full potential, you can do it, and one day you will grow bigger and you'll be stronger, and you'll realize that these moments are the moments that have helped you over the years to grow and to be the person you are today. Thank you so much for having me.
Come on, let's hear it for her. Let's hear it for her. She would have done better with music. And that is what was kind of throwing her off. Because she loved her music. And I wanted to have the music till Mr. Brackett. Because I know you would better come up here and start dance.
Boy, I tell you, what a testimony. What a testimony. You know, when you go back for her age, you could give such a testimony. No, remember her age. There's one more item. Guess what a treat we are in. We had poetry early on, and now we had music. I wonder what the last one will be. What we get now? All right. Now we are down to the 3 big prizes. Here we are good. And so, for these 3 big prizes, we are going to represent the 3 major donors. 3 major donors. So in 3rd position is Jamari Hall from Free Hill Primary School in Jamaica. The presentation is going to be made by Dr. Morrison from Parish of Port St. Mary. And that prize represents Guardian Life. Remember, you're representing Guardian Life. Thank you very much. Now, and more things. Little boy, so many things again. Anyway, let's say we'll get another thing. And you know what? In Manchester, we award to a different conversions. Because if we put them together, we go to the can never come in the top 3. Award to different conversions. Thank you very much. All right. So, coming down to big sponsorship. Cousins Construction Limited. And to represent Cousins Construction Limited, we have Justice Sumitra James. So the second prize goes to Maria Rayson of Revival Primary School, Westmoreland. Representing Cousins Construction, one of our large donors. understand that they have to declare how much money they're getting. Yes. So for the third place, how much is on the check again, Miss Cole? All right, and that check was for 20,000. Now, I want to from the 20,000. All right, and now we are in second position. That is the whole on here. That is I call JP already. JP Smith James. Yes, we are representing Cousins Construction Limited. Not the amount that Cousins gave, but the amount and check. $30,000. So Cousins, I'll give it to you already. Oh, and now we come to the winner. The winner. This is good enough. This cash award is not to the school, for the students who are going to for the first case winner, representing our great sponsor, Island Carreta, we are giving cash award of $40,000 to represent 40 years. The winner is from the 1J Lee Dryden from Fernandez Avenue. I invite Mr. Traffic Ward representative from Ireland to make that presentation. What a wonderful day. By the way, is it, Madam Secretary, the big trophy will go to the school. So is the school to come now? Will the representative of Coroner come forward to receive? The child gets the record. When do the president do the teacher, no, let's have this. Let's have it. Program you have the reading of the essay, but we're not doing it yet. Not doing it yet. Because I missed one item, and so I'm going to now call upon revival primary to give us their item. And then after that, we're going to have a reading of the reading essay. So revival, come and give us the revival.
Okay. Wife?
Come on, let's hear it for them one more time. Another big round of applause. Come on. We're just lining up the music. As soon as the music is up and ready, then they'll be on the way.
tell you, if the bone never so stick to that dance, but they cannot dance, no, they stiff. Alright. Now, Madam Secretary, did you say 2, 3, I'm still giving our reader another chance to draw her breath. At this time, we have some special presentations to the teachers of the first, second, and third place. So I'm going to invite the other representative from Ireland, along with our treasurer who is representing our president, to just come and make those 3 presentations. Bring all 3 presentations. These presentations are for the teachers of Coronally, Revival, and Free Hill. Please come. All right. So, Miss, no, I want you to present. So in third position, the teacher of the third place is from Free Hill. Free Hill Primary. On stage. What a big thing is for teacher of the on stage. That is a mass.
Of the third place winner of the essay competition. Celebrating our 40th year, we're looking for greater and better things to So this is Mr. Rayon Grandison from Free Hill Primary and Teacher.
Now for the second place teacher, that is Revival Primary from Westmoreland. We're going to invite Justice, Morris to come and make that presentation. Yes, member of he works very hard at the essay committee, I can tell you. He's our technical man. Put on the, what you call it, the Zoom business and those things.
On behalf of Adam and Karen, so I want to say thank you for putting on the artwork. So thank you very much for shaping our future leaders. Thank you.
Both of you will remain for the presentation. Brother Nash put you on at the presentation. So you're on the You're on the presentation now for Coronally Primary. Brother Nash and I will present that one. So that's your opening talking.
And that was the presentation before to Nikisha Robinson. She's not here, so we're representing the collective on her behalf. Thank you so much.
I hear that the inside box is a certificate for them to collect a car from the island cars. That's what I was told, I don't know. So Miss Jamaica said that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a grand time, and now we are going to call upon our winner to come and read the essay letters here. Put your hands together for the reading.
All right, in the meantime, as she comes, we want to hail all those persons who are watching on the YouTube. Come on, put your hands together for those who are on YouTube. We want to say thanks to you for being there and supporting the competition and the presentation. Let's now hear from this wonderful young lady, and as she makes her presentation from Cardinality Avenue. Your turn.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jerry Drennan. I'm from the Cardinality Avenue Primary School in St. James, and my essay is, what are your views on how students should be attired for school? A lot of schools around the world have uniforms and set dress codes on how students should be attired. Do you think they have a reason for doing all of this? Well, there are different setbacks that will not allow students to learn and connect with their peers. So, they set rules to prevent this from happening. Students should be able to feel like Students should be able to feel like they can learn in the same atmosphere and not feel different from others. My views on how students should be attired for school are appropriate dressing, equality in the type of clothing, and modest dressing. Firstly, appropriate dressing is one of my views on how students should be attired for school. Dressing appropriately allows students to have professionalism so that when they are adults, they can know that dressing appropriately can give off the impression that they are professionals and they know what they are doing. This further allows them to get more job opportunities in the future. On the other hand, if students dress inappropriately, other students can think inappropriate things about that person. If those thoughts are fostered in the person's mind too much, it can cause their academic performance to hit rock bottom. Students should be mindful of how they dress and the thoughts it can imply in others' heads. Secondly, equality in the type of clothing is also one of my views on how students should be attired for school. Students will have different thoughts on what another child has on. Most students cannot afford certain types of clothes and are sometimes judged for what they have on. This does not justify why they are bullied for having less than someone else. So, I believe that students should wear equal clothing so that they are alike and won't be brought down for something that they don't have. Lastly, modest dressing is my last view on how students should be attired for school. Modest dressing is when you completely cover your body. In some religions, dressing modestly is very essential. It shows that you are respectful to the religion and others. I think the same should apply in schools. In other words, it would show that you are respectful to yourself, the principal, teachers, etc. To summarize, there are several ways students should be attired for school. Firstly, appropriate dressing is one way students should be dressed. Additionally, equality in the type of clothing is another way students should be attired for school. Lastly, modest dressing is my last view on how students should be attired for school. All my views have led to the conclusion that students should wear uniforms to school for appropriate, equal, and modest dressing. Thank you.
Let's hear it for her one more time. Well, I tell you something, when it comes down to presentation, I understand it's good to sit down with your teachers and your colleagues and you feel all right and you're right. But talk about presentation, nerves start kicking. So when she gets up here, all the practice she practiced, right? There has to be something there to get in the way. But nonetheless, she did very well, so give her another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And so we're going to be moving on with the We have some other presentations. You look across over there are some plaques. And as the LMAJ, we have decided that there should have been some presentations at the parish level and our county. And so we've got those awards to be done today that should have been presented before. All right, so we're going to be calling on Secretary Andrea to join me, and she will be, we'll be going through this segment at this time. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it has been good so far, and we are hoping to be out of here in a very, very short while we get these presentations on the way. So at this time, we're going to be inviting Mr. Michael Morris to join me on stage, and he's going to be presenting the first citation to the awardees out of St. Catherine. Please make welcome Mr. Morris. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Morris.
Good afternoon again. As I read citation, first to the stand. First is Livingston. Well, could stand where he is for the time being. And I understand when. Yes, maybe it's best. Come on. My Dr. Rose is going to present stuff. Just with my instruction. Livingston Lowing was commissioned in 2006 and is active in its community of Orange Tree and Lindsay, where the community looks to him for guidance in legal, judicial, and civic matters. He oversees court operations to ensure smooth and lawful proceedings through the preparation and management of the court duty roster on behalf of the customers. He also liaises with legal professionals, law enforcement, and the public to maintain court integrity. He has been the zone representative for Lindsay in the LMAJ St. Catherine chapter, now as past zone rep for the JP Association. He is also a retired educator and accomplished visual arts with a strong background in public service, justice administration, and community engagement. He has over 2 decades of experience in mediation, conflict resolution, and restorative justice practices. Mr. Livingston Lewin's contribution to justice and community service truly embodies the spirit and values of the late Magistrate Association of Jamaica, making him a distinguished honoree on this momentous 40th anniversary. Could I invite Dr. Rose to present the award. Don't worry, Dr. Rose. You can stand aside. Cheers. Claudette Lloyd. Come forward. Mrs. Claudette Lloyd is a retired tax administrator for over 41 years. Commissioned as a Justice of the Peace in 2016.
serving the community of Inwood Village, where she has been a resident from 2004. As member of the executive for over 10 years, she's a gazetted mediator who served the Dispute Resolution Foundation Spanish Town until the office was relocated. She is a trained and active restorative justice and restorative practice facilitator, serving the parish of St. Catherine as far as Above Rocks, Brownfall, Portmore, and Spanish Town. She has conducted 2 days of restorative practice training in primary and high schools across the parish, in addition to conducting restorative justice sensitization sessions in schools, churches, and community groups. She also served as the assistant treasurer. I think she's still serving as the assistant treasurer of the St. Catherine chapter of the LMAJ. Mrs. Bowie has also conducted case conferences on behalf of the Ministry of Justice. Serves at the St. Catherine Parish Board. She also serves congregants of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, St. John, and serves on various committees at the Central Jamaica Conference of SDA. She's also a member of Spanish Town Development Committee since 2021. Mrs. Claudette Bowie's contribution to justice, community service, and schools truly embodies the spirit and values of the Magistrates Association of Jamaica, making a distinguished honorary for this momentous 40th anniversary. I ask again Dr. Rose to present her. Last is Dr. Kirby White, Fortis. Dr. White was appointed as a peace in 2012. He's a trained mediator and served at the chapter level in several capacities. Treasurer and sits in the St. Catherine Lay Magistrate Court. A trained mediator, Dr. White is an at-risk youth intervention specialist who has mentored and worked with at-risk youth in several programs such as the YUTE, which is Youth Upliftment Through Employment, and Technology Advancement Program, for which he was awarded Parish Coordinator of the Year. His life of service has also extended to the region, where he functioned as chairman of the 12-country-strong Caribbean Microfinance Alliance. He served as president of the Church of God Seventh-day Fellowship Ministries for 25 years, and now supports leadership, mentoring, and special projects through the church's corporate office. He is president, founder of Fellowship Employment Center, and first vice president of the St. Catherine Football Association. He's a results-driven professional who has served the church, youth, and other social communities for over 35 years. Dr. White's contribution to justice and community service truly embodied the spirit and values of the Magistrate Association of Jamaica, making him a distinguished honoree for this momentous 40th anniversary. We again ask Dr. Rose to present.
Let's put our hands together for Sir Morris. Thank you so much, Mr. Lyndon Rose. Thank you so much too, sir, for doing the presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pushing ahead and I see the children being taken care of. That I'm very happy for, right? So if there are any other children sitting in the room who have not yet been refreshed, you can make your way over and be refreshed children, all right? We are pushing ahead with the program for the rest of us now. The following persons we're going to be inviting to come on up. And we'll be asking Parish President Winston Gregory to join us on stage for the presentation. What's that? Vernon. All right, that was one name. Vernon Morin Walters. Please come on up. Let's present to you at this time. As he makes his way, I read for you. Mr. Vernon Morin Walters was commissioned on June 14, 1996. Shortly after, he became an active member of the Clarendon chapter and the Cranfield zone. Ladies and gentlemen, give me your attention, please. Where he participated fully at meetings, served the public and the police. He serves in the Lake Magistrates Court and executive. His duties, executes his duties with the highest level of professionalism. Mr. Walters' services also extended to the field of education, where he served as board chairman of the Lesterfield Primary and the Junior High School 2005 to 2011. Board member of the Edwin Allen High School 2019 to 22. Chairman of the Board of Governors, Main Ridge Primary 2011 to present, and the board member of the Long Look Primary 2019 to 22. He has been board member and co-sponsor, Long Look Basic School, 2012 to 2016, a lay pastor, community worker, and a retired public servant. Mr. Walters brought hope to the needy and care to the underprivileged. His dedication and volunteerism shows his total commitment to community development and, by extension, nation building. The Lay Magistrate Association of Jamaica proudly honors J.P. Vernon Morin Walters for his lifelong dedication to justice, education, community development, and national service, making him a distinguished honoree on this momentous 40th anniversary. Let's ask Winston Gregory to come on up and make the presentation to Mr. Walters. JP. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for Mr. Walters. Thank you very much, and we continue now with the other Clarendon presentation. Jeremiah Golden is in the house. Let's hear for Jeremiah Golden. It's a name that has been ringing out from a long, long time ago. Let's hear it for Jeremiah, man. Come on, put your hands together for Jeremiah Golden. Mr. Jeremiah Golden was commissioned on June 12, 1984. Mr. Golding is committed to community service. He resides at the Competiton Lake Magistrates Court and performs other duties including lock-up visits at the Competiton Police Station, verification of documents for the police and the citizens. He's on the committee that plans and executes visits to the Maypen Infirmary, visits to shut-ins, organizes care packages for the needy, and visits to schools for devotions and motivational talks. A teacher by profession from 1975 to 2013, culminating in his role as principal of the Competiton Primary School. Mr. Golding is a member of the Errol Ranch Street Evangelistic Association, president of the National Association of Retired Teachers, Clarendon Chapter, and first vice president of the National Retired Teachers Association. Mr. Golding lives by the mantra, service to others is the oil that lubricates the wheels of society. The Lay Magistrate Association of Jamaica proudly honors J.P. Jeremiah Golding for his lifelong dedication to service, to justice, education, and faith, making him a distinguished honoree on this momentous 40th anniversary. Please put your hands together as we make the presentation to Jeremiah Golding. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for those from Clarendon once again. And at this time, we are moving on with one other presentation. Right, I almost couldn't count. I thought I was done. Right, we have one more from Clarendon, Jerome Yaru. Let's hear it for Mr. Yaru, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Mr. Ru as he makes his way upstage to collect his award. I know you're not all eating or having any refreshment, so could you use your hands one more time for me? Mr. Yaru was commissioned as a Justice of the Peace in 2006, and since his commissioning has demonstrated unwavering dedication to community work and the justice system. He has served in various capacities, to include serving in the Lay Magistrate Court for land and town, planning and attending sensitization and the training sessions for community and sensitization and training sessions for justices of the peace. A trained mediator with basic counseling skills, he mobilizes other justices to be engaged in various community activities and programs targeting the unattached youths and the elderly. His tireless efforts and professionalism have earned him respect in his community and with other justices, where he has served in the capacity of chairman of the Watsonton Primary School Board of Governors, chairman of the Bustamante High School Board of Governors, correspondent, sponsor, Hebron Basic School, president, Open Bible Basic School, vice president, Land and Town Housing Scheme Citizens Association, member of the management committee, Land and Town Hospital 2006 to present. Mr. Yaru is guided by these words: service to others is the rent we pay for our place on this earth. The Lay Magistrate Association of Jamaica, sir, proudly honors you for your lifelong dedication to justice, education, and community development, making you a distinguished honoree on this momentous 40th anniversary occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our recipient, Jerome Yaru. The presentation is once again been done by Parish President Winston Gregory. You notice I paused a while ago because I recognized that I said Wins. Yes. I'm not too sure where he comes from or where he is, but this is Winston Gregory. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we're moving on with the other presentations that are available. And who is going to be doing the presentation at this time? The reading is going to be done by none other than Sister Treasurer Nangle Beach. Let's welcome her. And
we invite Dr. Wendy Fresselton to make the presentations to the following awardees. From Manchester, we have three distinguished awardees. We have Reuben Gray, Vernon Manning, Fred Williams. I'll read the citation for Mr. Reuben Carlton Gray. Mr. Gray was appointed as a Justice of the Peace in 2013. He's a minister of religion, an educator, a community servant who has given over 5 decades of exemplary service to Jamaica. He served with distinction as a zone coordinator for Christiana from 2019, where he demonstrated outstanding leadership, discipline, and civic responsibility. He currently ministers at the Mount Carmel Gospel Hall in Colleyville and serves as Western Area Supervisor, having also held key roles such as General Secretary and Superintendent Bishop. His ministry has spanned multiple communities across Jamaica, reflecting his deep commitment to spiritual leadership and service. He is a former regional director in the Ministry of Education, a CXC panelist for agricultural science, and a lecturer in agronomy. He's also island chairman of the Christian Auxiliary Movement, that's CAM, a founding member of the Christian Ministers Fellowship, and a former Youth for Christ director. He's a member of the Rotary Club of Christiana, giving service and has served 2 terms as president. The Lay Magistrates Association of Jamaica proudly honors J.P. Reuben Carlton Ray for his lifelong dedication to justice, education, faith, national service, making him a distinguished honoree on this momentous 40th anniversary. And I hear he is J.P. Nash's past principal at Elim Agricultural School. We invite Verna Manning. Mrs. Verna Manning was appointed as Justice of the Peace in 2015. She has diligently carried out her responsibilities with integrity and dedication, serving as Secretary of the Poor Zone and Assistant Secretary of the Manchester chapter. Her active involvement in multiple civic and community organizations has strengthened local governance and enhanced public trust. As an elder of the Mizpah Moravian Church, her faith continues to inspire her service. With over 30 years of experience as a paralegal and a passionate advocate for justice and safety, Mrs. Manning has served in key roles that promote civic responsibility and neighborhood well-being. As a co-founder of the Mr. All-Stars Youth Club and president of the Manchester Neighborhood Watch Council, she has been at the forefront of efforts to foster community engagement, mentorship, and crime prevention across Manchester. Her leadership roles within the Hope Village Citizens Association, Manchester, and National Neighborhood Watch Council, and the Williamsfield Community Development Council highlight her unwavering commitment to civil service. On this occasion of the LMAJ's 40th anniversary, we proudly recognize Mrs. Verna Manning for her exemplary civic leadership, steadfast commitment to justice, and tireless effort in building safe communities. Our third awardee, Mr. Fred Williams. Mr. Fred Williams was commissioned as a Justice of the Peace in September 2013. He has served as coordinator for Cross Keys and Cedar Grove communities over 8 years and gone beyond traditional duties, conducting regular visits to police stations and lockups, supporting the elderly, infirmary, and fellow justices in their homes. and mediating community matters as both chaplain and volunteer. His commitment to community development involves organizing training for 75 parents in Georges Valley in partnership with Community Counseling and Restorative Justice Center at Northern Caribbean University. Mr. Williams has over 43 years of leadership in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, including key roles at Hope SDA and Maranatha SDA. He also serves as the lay magistrate, upholding justice with fairness and dedication, an active participant in the Read Across Jamaica initiative. He promotes literacy and education across the parish of Manchester. Mr. Fred Williams manifested contributions to justice, community service, and human development, truly embodied the spirit and values of the Lay Magistrates Association of Jamaica, making him a distinguished honoree on this momentous 40th anniversary.
Come on, let's hear it, let's hear it, let's hear it, let's hear it. Thank you so much. And so we're moving on with our presentation. We're coming nicely down. Want to pause to hail up the national president, Mr. Trevor Heaven, and the team who are watching on YouTube. We've got quite a few persons who are on YouTube at this time, and we thank you so much for coming on board. Now we're heading over to St. Mary and Mr. Hutchinson. Oh, Floyd Hitchman, right? Will be doing the, where did I get Hutchinson from? He's going to be doing the presentation at this time for the folks from St. Mary. Please make him welcome with a round of applause.
Greetings, colleagues. My name is Floyd Hitchman, and I'm the first Vice President for the Parish of St. James. May I invite Dr. Lyndon Rose, Trustee of the LMAJ, to come forward to do this presentation. I am also inviting J.P. Michael Matthews to come forward. Give him a round of applause. Michael Matthews was commissioned in 2015 and is celebrating over half of a century in community service involvement. He is serving his 32nd year at the Aracabes Primary School in various positions and is currently a member of the school board. During this period, he was instrumental in building an 8-seater bathroom for the school in 2003, and in 2006-2008, he championed the process in the construction of a classroom, a canteen, and a computer lab. He is the chairman of the ODPEM for the Aracabesa Division and Adjoining Communities. He is also the CDC chairman for the Aracabesa Zone. He is the founder of the Aracabesa Red Cross Group. J.P. Matthews is a member of the Habitat for Humanity, Halifax, Canada. He is involved with the Marie Paul Citizens Association and the Days Mountain Citizens Association as vice chairman and chairman respectively. He participates in police station visits, serving in the lay magistrates courts, participating in parish projects and any other community activities. These are his daily routine. Mr. Matthews is vice chairman of the Crossroad Basic School in Aracabesa, and during his 15 years of service as a JP, his involvement as a member of the lay magistrates St. Mary chapter knows no bound. He organizes mentorship programs in his community and surrounding areas of Aracabesa. In its 40th year of celebration, the Lay Magistrate Association, St. Mary's Chapter, honors Mr. Michael Matthews. I invite J.P. Samuel Miguel Campbell, retired Superintendent of Police, Third Office. Thank you. Mr. Campbell was commissioned as a Justice of the Peace on the 27th day of July, 2012. He is a member of the LMAJ St. Mary chapter. He presides at the Lay Magistrate Court sitting and at the Anatomy Lay Magistrate Court. He also served as a member of the Spirit Life panel for St. Mary. He is currently serving as District Chair of the Anatomy District of JPs, of Justices, and also serving as a member of the panel of JP in the Parish Court Special Session for Juralists for that parish. He is past chairman of the St. Mary Parish Development Committee and a founding member of the Dover Citizens Association. He is currently a board member of the Anatomy High School and is past chairman of that school. Mr. Campbell is an ordained elder of the Dover Seventh-day Adventist Church and also assists with mentoring programs for students at Anatomy High School. He also provides mediation service and counseling to community members. He is a recipient of the Medal of Honor for Meritorious Service in 2004. Mr. Campbell was awarded by the Windsor Castle College School for contribution to community development in 2010. He was also awarded for outstanding contribution to the Court of Inquiry at the Commissioner's Office in 2011, and awarded by the school family for being a dedicated and reliable leader in 2021. In his 40th year of service, the Lay Magistrates of Jamaica, St. Mary Chapter, recognizes the work of Samuel Miguel Campbell. May I invite Dr. Denise Morrison, JP. Dr. Denise Morrison was commissioned in 2011 and has held positions at the national level as a director and presently as president of the St. Mary's chapter. At the local and community level, she has been active in the various community activities to include chairing the GG's Achievement Award from 2010 to 2017 and served in the GG's, the Governor General I Believe Initiative, as parish coordinator until 2017. She was also chairman of the Highgate Zone in 2014 to 2019 and spearheaded the rebuilding of a sidewalk for the disabled in Highgate. She has also served as a member of the Planning and Execution Committee for the STEP project, that is the rebuilding of a veranda and steps for a retired principal and senior justice of the peace. She is also a member of the Planning and Execution Committee for the STEP project, that was the rebuilding of a veranda and steps for a retired principal. She has been a senior justice of the peace from 2004 to present. Dr. Morrison sits in the Lay Magistrate Court and is trained for the Children's Court and other JP-related services. She has held various posts in the chapter and spearheaded some of the initiatives during this time. She is also a certified restorative facilitator. Dr. Morrison is a recipient of the Governor General's Achievement Award of Excellence in recognition of unwavering volunteerism in St. Mary's and the country at large. She is also the recipient of the St. Mary's Parish Council Award in the field of community development and culture. Her journey continued as chairman of the Parish Advisory Committee of the St. Mary's Parish Library and vice chairman of the Fort Marion Primary School. In his 40th year of service to Jamaica, the late Magistrate Association, St. Mary's Chapter, recognizes the work of Dr. Denise Martin. Give her a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was just sitting back to enjoy and I'm watching the clean, nice video that is on YouTube. I have to, what's the name of your stream?
Faith View Videos.
What's that?
Faith View Videos.
Faith View Videos. Come on, let's get it right. Faith View Videos. Right, that's where it is streaming on. And I'm so happy to be participating with it because the video looks pretty nice. And when this is uploaded to our website for the LMAJ, all the other persons will be able to watch it there as well. So we're going to get a copy and photographs of the dysfunction so you can go back and look at yourself. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to a very, very nice closing of our activity here. Let's put our hands together one more time for everybody who made it a success. Because of the number of awards and presentations that we had going, it went on a little bit longer than we would have thought. But I think it was worth the while. Just like the activity that took place in Kingston yesterday, right? Where the Medal of Appreciation was given to so many educators over so many years. It went on a bit longish, but it was worth the while. Would you agree? Would you agree? Thank you so much. So to do the vote of thanks is our brother out of Manchester, our brother Wallace. Let's make him welcome at this time. JP Wallace out of Manchester to do the vote of thanks for us. Blessings.
Thank you ever so much, JP Nash, for your warm introduction. Contrary to the time factor quoted by JP Nash a while ago, in a conversation to Madam Chair yesterday, we did agree that we wanted to be out of here by 1:30, and I see we are bound on time with that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and task to move the vote of thanks on this occasion. Firstly, I'd like to say a big thank you to our Master of Ceremonies, JP Nash, for the able way in which he conducted the program. He has, if there's anybody who had any idea of getting a dose, that was dispelled because Brother Nash was so bubbly in his execution of the program. Thank you ever so much, Brother Nash. I wish to say a big thank you to our treasurer, JP Nando Beach, for deputizing for our national president, President Reverend Haven, who is unavoidably absent. Thank you ever so much, Madam Treasurer. Job well done. Then to our chairman of the National Essay Competition Committee, JP Global Smith Morris. You will agree with me that this is hard work. And the committee has spent long nights deliberating and so on. Justice Clovelin, thank you for steering the ship to Safe Harbor today. And we thank you also for giving us that beautiful overview and the history of the S competition. We appreciate that and thank you very much for that. And then, how could I forget the hilarious presentation we had from that young lady from Free Hill Primary School, wanting to be a airline worker and wanting to land in Florida. Well, I don't know how it will go with Donald Trump and his antics these days, but nonetheless, it's a very ambitious venture. And anywhere you go, you'll find Jamaicans, and Jamaicans are always performing well. Thank you very much for that presentation. I want to thank Madam Secretary of the National Body, JP Andrea Brown Dennis, for her introduction of the chairman. JP Dennis, thank you ever so much. That was very good. Dr. Mark Smith is not here, but wow, he gave us a mouthful to chew on. And I know those of you who were making notes that you will have a lot to take back to your school. So in his absence, we want to thank him for such a beautiful presentation. Then our own parish president from Manchester, Dr. Wendy Freckleton, want to thank you, President, for making that presentation to our guests. Thank you. Then our Manchester was still on stage, Reverend Juliet Brackett, who came forward and made the announcements for the presentation of the award. Justice, I know this is how you organize a segment and it must have taken its doing there, but you got it through and I want to thank you, sir, for doing that. And you can just see the experience coming out of your organization there. Would like to thank all those persons who presented the awards, both to the students and also for the special awards to the students. Thank you ever so much. You have added richly to the program. We want to thank the students from Coronado Avenue Primary School for their beautiful item, and especially that young lady who really spoke about motivating herself and also motivating the rest of us to keep on going. We want to thank all the students, the teachers, and we have some parents here who have worked very hard in helping to prepare these students for this day. It was a job well done, and we want to thank you wholeheartedly for that. Then the special awardees. It said that the reward for hard work is more work. And those of you who have received awards today for long and faithful service to your communities and by extension Jamaica, the work has just begun. One of the awardees shared with me that he has encouraged all his children to do voluntary work. And he has confided in me that all of them have gone through university with the help of the voluntary work. In other words, they paid in advance and because of their volunteerism, they receive special incentives that assisted them in going to university. So, brothers and sisters, let us continue to keep on doing well and keep on volunteering. A special thank you to all our sponsors, and how did I forget? You have seen the main sponsor here, Island Car Rental, but we still have, if you look at the back of your program, you will see the others there, Garden Life, we will see, you see Cousins Construction Services Limited, and Taylor's Art Media Awards, and sponsors coming from the different chapters of LMAJ. We want to also thank our caterers, Mrs. Cousin and her catering team, for doing a good job in feeding us. I understand that the meals are very sumptuous, Madam Chair. I have not tasted yet, but I understand it's good. I'm looking forward. Special thanks to Grace Baptist Church. And you will agree with me that they are very comfortable here. And we want to thank all those who are responsible for getting us this venue. So a very, very special thank you to Grace Baptist Church for hosting us. I understand the minister is here. Thank you ever so much, sir. We really appreciate that. And finally, if I have omitted anybody, it's not on purpose. I wish to thank you wholeheartedly for whatever part you have played in making this function the success it has been. So a very, very big thank you. And it is my wish that you all will get home safely. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Sir Wallace one more time. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming closer and closer to the end. All right, so we're going to, just a reminder that we want all the awardees to gather. Those who got special awards, we're going to take a big photograph with you. And the children who are still here, we will take photographs with you at the end of the session. But we missed a very important gentleman earlier on in the program at the start. And he has been very active. Anywhere you will see a gentleman working so hard in his church, it means that the church must be going on good. Ladies and gentlemen, the pastor of the church, Reverend Bernard McDonald, has been here up and down, helping out and ensuring that things were going right. And at this time, what didn't happen at the start will now happen at the end. We're going to be asking him to close off this session with prayer. Please stand and let us have a prayer at this time be done by the Reverend Bernard at this time. God bless you as he comes.
Friends, my brother is not correct. He did it at the start. And we will make it solid at the end. May I crave the indulgence of all who are in the kitchen, serving area, and those who are eating. Just pause for a while as we close off of this beautiful session that we have had. Let us pray. O sovereign Lord, we give you thanks that you are the omnipresent God, and that your presence that we would have experienced at the beginning is the same presence, O God, that continues with us to the very end. We thank you, God, for the ways in which you have caused our minds to be stimulated. We give you thanks, O God, how you have allowed the giftedness of your people, great and small, to express your glory and honor to you. We give you thanks for how you have led us through the one who marshaled this experience. We give you thanks, O God, for the contributions of all, the greetings and everything, O God, that have come together to make this experience today to be chronicled as one that we will look back at in the years to come. So God, we ask now that the same ministry presence that you have shared with us will continue as we leave this place to where you will have us to be and where we ought to be. And may, O God, the legacy of this experience and all of that would have been put in to make this experience what it has been and will be, to be so to your honor and to your glory. We ask, O God, that you will journey with us, pilgrims, through this barren land. In our weakness, O God, make us strong. Where we need to show love, let us demonstrate the love that is of your own deity. And may the blessings of God Almighty, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit rest, remain, and abide with us, your people, now and forevermore. Amen.
All right, so that's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for being here. And it's lunchtime while pictures are taken. Yes, so we're asking the special awardees to come. First of all the special awardees to come. The others of you can go for lunch.